So on behalf of Kelly and JT and Jack, just want to say thank you for giving us the opportunity to be here and come be Zips. It's been a great journey, and first of all, I'm very thankful, Dr. Parenza, that you've given us this opportunity. Candace, you've been wonderful, and I really look forward to being part of your team to help lead this university into the next generation. And this is a great time to be here. I'm thankful for the Board of Trustees that I met, the members of the search committee for their work and their efforts. Mary Lou, thank you for being there and answering questions about the athletic department that I had. And I really look forward to working with all of you as we attempt to raise the level of Akron Zips athletics. It's a wonderful time to be here. During the interview process, I was able to come to campus, drove down and walked around campus, and it was 8:30 in the morning, and there was already that buzz going about the fall sports. Caleb doesn't know this, but I was watching soccer practice for about 10 minutes, standing on the corner there. And you didn't notice me, which was good. I watched a little volleyball practice as well, Coach, and was able to sneak around and look. Tried to break into the stadium, had no luck doing that. Security staff should know that. I got kicked out because I didn't have a hard hat on. But I really enjoyed my time on campus. And there were some of the things there that really solidified this opportunity as something I really wanted. I certainly want to reach out and thank Bob Bodine, who was assisted in the search process, and it was a great confidant to me as well. Other people I want to thank, certainly back at the University of Minnesota, which is a great place to be, and from people I learned so much from. President Bob Brunix gives great leadership to the entire university, and my mentor, Joel Maturi, who's the athletic director there, really taught me about how to be an athletic director and how to have a humble heart and leadership that people can believe in. And Joel lives those words every day, and I hope I can be half the athletic director that he is at Minnesota. As I mentioned, this is an exciting time for us to come to Akron, and some people have done amazing things here. I credit Mac Rhodes for his work and effort here and leaving the cupboard full. When I walked around campus, you can see his fingerprints all over the place. Mike Thomas, another previous athletic director, who was someone I reached out to and was incredibly helpful in this process. Answering questions, odd ones at times that I had for him, but he was incredibly helpful as well. And I thank both of those gentlemen for what they've done here at Akron. As you all know, the president has a tremendous vision for what the university is going to achieve. And in my discussions with him over the last couple of weeks, really led me to believe this is a time when things can happen here. The proof is in the pudding. That brand new stadium just 100 yards away is there, and it's beautiful. And it's going to mean so much to what we do as a community, certainly for the football team, but it needs to be more than a football stadium. It needs to be a rallying point for what happens in the community of Akron, in the entire part of Northeast Ohio, and certainly for all the students here and student athletes at the university. I promise to bring my energy, my passion, and a vision for success to the athletic department. I look forward to working with each and every one of you and making sure that we can achieve the goals that we all want to achieve. It's certainly about the student athletes. And my goal for the student athletes are two things. One is I want you to graduate, as I look at some student athletes over in the corner. And two is I want you to have a positive and meaningful athletic experience. And for different athletes, that means different things. For some, it means winning a championship and going on to professional sports. For others, it means being a part of a team and learning the skills that they can acquire to prepare them for something later in life. And I believe that's our responsibility as educators to make sure that they achieve those goals. It'll certainly be something we talk about a lot in the athletic department, and in the hopes that they'll achieve those as well. I also hope to do my job well enough that the coaches and staff can do what they do best. The coaches can coach, the staff can help support those programs and the student athletes. And if we can do that, we can have a lot of success. Again, I thank you very much for the opportunity to be here. Kelly and I and the boys are really excited, and go Zips. Thank you very much. We're going to take some questions, Mike.
Yes. Does anyone have any questions for either three of these? Tom Gaffney, Beacon Journal.
Hello, Tom. Nice to meet you now.
Nice seeing you. Thanks for calling the other day, yesterday. I think you've been credited with done everything except pound nails in the new stadium in Minneapolis. What was your role in that stadium up there?
Well, when you build a stadium, not unlike here, there are a lot of people that are part of the stadium. I was certainly a cog in the wheel there of trying to get things done. It's truly a campus facility at Minnesota, as I know it is here at Akron. And, we had certainly people from the facilities staff at the university as well as the athletic department key in there. Certainly my responsibility within the stadium was to assist in certainly helping to raise money, to help the corporate sponsorship side with that, and the parts of the department that I oversaw programming that part of the stadium, from media relations to marketing, and making sure we balance, certainly the need for revenue in the stadium alongside with making sure it had a real collegiate feel to it. And that was our real goal, was that it blended in with the rest of campus, and that when people came to a game there, they knew that this was a college athletic event. Because in Minneapolis, obviously, there's lots of pro sports teams right there, and we needed to differentiate ourselves there. So it was all hands on deck for the stadium, and certainly was involved in every bit of it, and it was incredibly rewarding.
The ticket situation, I mean, did you hear they sold out for the season or just the first game?
No, for the season. We had a nice process set up. We had incredible excitement. We had 27 years of playing indoor football at the University of Minnesota. And so, and if you know people from that part of the country, they're hardy folk, and they want to be outside. And so getting them excited about outdoor football was not difficult. And so then it was just a matter of how do we put a process in place to make sure that we get them seated in the right way. And yeah, we're sold out for the season there at Minnesota.
Pat Man, Beacon Journal.
Hello, Pat.
Compare the challenge of selling tickets for a MAC school in Akron, which is in the shadow of Cleveland where the pro teams are, versus Minnesota where you had other pro teams in the city and stuff.
Yeah. Well, it's obviously a different market. And I'm new to this market, and so I'm going to learn a lot as we go along. I'm certainly going to need great support from the people around me here. What I do know is that sales requires tremendous effort every single day. And if you don't put focus on it every day, then you don't reach your goals. And so, I've sold different things in different parts of the country, and different conferences, and pro volleyball, and university athletics at different levels. And I can tell you, you just need that constant focus on it. I've met great people here in my time here so far in Northeast Ohio. I know I'll be able to connect with them and build some relationships. I'm anxious to start doing that. And I think from there you start to build bridges. And in the end, you make sure that both parties reach their goals. Ours might be a sales piece, whether it's tickets or sponsorships or something like that. But on the other side, they want something too. They want great value for their investment. They want to make sure they're getting something they're paying for. And so I think, if you work on both sides creating a win-win, then usually you can be successful.
Steve French, voice of the Zips.
Hello, Steve.
Hi. You mentioned Joel Maturi,
Yes.
who of course used to be in Miami. What did he tell you about the Mid-American?
Well, Joel is obviously a huge fan of the MAC. And from my years and I've known Joel a long time, not just the time we worked together. He has always been so incredibly complimentary about the MAC, about what it stands for, about the coaches and administrators and student athletes in the conference. I know he loved his time at Miami. He talked many times with me about how much he enjoyed being there. And I know he loves Minnesota, but I know he loved Miami as well. And he certainly told me nothing but great things. And again, from all the research I've done, it seems like a fantastic place to be, and was real attractive, certainly for me as I looked at this position.
You've moved around quite a bit in your career. Akron's had some athletic directors come and go. Is this a long-term proposition?
Sure. I've never taken a job looking for another job. And you don't do that. It's not the way I live my life. It's not the way I work either. And what I know is that I think I'm a good fit for what Akron was looking for. I think as Dr. Proenza and Candace and I talked more and more about the position, I think my skills and background and my vision for where we want to go is a good fit here. And I'm excited to get started and to meet all of our support staff and our coaches and get rolling.
Dean Barker.
Hello, Dean.
Second best in the Big Ten. But I think you'll find in this community the support is fantastic. People here will support what you do, will support the program, and give you all the help you can imagine.
Well, that's great to hear that, and certainly, as I said, everyone I've met so far has been